Hi all. We done a project on the blockchain technology, and the team members are Sivani, Priyanka, Pavani, and Sneita of Team 16 from Malay Lakshmi Women's Engineering College. The problem statement is currency conversion mechanism. The percentage of people going to other countries or abroad being increased day by day. The users or visitors to abroad are facing a problem to convert the currency related to the visited countries. People are facing so much of difficulty in finding ATM machines in that particular location in other countries. Like this, we can exchange our currency into which type of currency we want in the airports or banks, but they need to pay minimum amount of charges. Here in this project, we have the three stakeholders: individual users, currency service providers, or bank or fintech startup, and government. Let's see how can they benefit of this project. Individual users, they benefit from reduced transaction charges, faster settlement times, and increased transparency. Means here the individual users can benefit of using this project as they can get reduced transaction charges. And currency service providers, when people are trying to convert the currency, they need to pay minimum charges to the bank or the provider. Government, to reducing the risk of money laundering. Here, the income tax departments can get the most of the help or of tracking the information of users' transaction IDs. Here, we have the existing solution for this problem. Ripple. RippleNet is a blockchain-based payment state system that enables a fast, low-cost international transactions. Means when we are trying to do the international transactions, they can get the very low cost. Means fees. But there is a one drawback for this Ripple company. But this Ripple does not convert the currency from one country to another country. Means which type of currency we wanted to convert. In the present situation, in airports, we have the facility of converting the currency, but we are facing problems like transaction charges and a time-taking process. Here we came to overcome this drawback, and we have a new solution. We wanted to design a user-friendly BPM. BPM stands for Border Payment Machine. Here, when we are trying to convert one type of currency into another type of currency, for example, Indian currency into the dollars. Like this, we can using by using this machine, we can convert our currency. Where the transactional data is secure and transparent by blockchain technology. Means here we apply the blockchain technology. It will displays like the transaction details, but not the amount and account details. Sorry. The main theme for designing this machine to provide the retailed cash for individuals into which type of currency they want. Means we can convert our currency into any other currency we want. Like this, we can convert our currency from Indian rupees into USD or USD into euros, like that, into any type of currency we want. Here we designed two smart contracts, and first one is the conversion of the currency and the second one is the automation. Let's see about the conversion of the currency. It will convert the currency into which type of currency we want automatically. And the second one is the automation. Here we apply the blockchain technology and the security. The machine will update the data for each transaction automatically, and that data is immutable and secure, means that does not change. By using this, the income tax departments can get more help, more information about the transactions. Let's see how these smart contracts are working. In the Remix platform, we write the code. In the view of the conversion of currency, here we have the contract called currency converter. In that, we will write the constructor. And here we write the exchange rates. Here we take the exchange rates as estimated rates. And here the estimated rate or exchange rate of the USD is equal to 2031 and the INR is equal to 169223 and UEUR is equal to 1866. Here we write the function called convert currency. Here we have the parameters as the amount and from currency and to currency. It will read the uint means integer value we can get. And here we will write the require. Require means it will like a means condition. If the amount must be greater than 0. If the amount must be greater than 0, then only the remaining code will works. Otherwise, it will display like amount must be greater than 0. Require. Exchange. It means here we have the another condition. Exchange rates from currency and the to currency must be greater than 0. Means if we wanted to convert the INR into the USD, and the INR must be greater than 0 and the USD must be greater than 0. Otherwise, invalid currency is displayed. And this we will have the convert amount. Here we write the logic for this smart contract. Amount into exchange rates of to currency divided by exchange rates of from currency. By using this formula, we can exchange our currencies. At last, it will return the converted amount. Here we will write the another function called hand cash. After getting the converted amount, if it is greater than 0, then it will display the successfully get hand cash and we can get the hand cash. Else, return invalid amount. Let's see how it works. Here we get the converted amount. Means here we need to enter how much of amount we need to convert. Let's enter 250. And I wanted to convert INR to the USD. Here I am entered that from currency as the INR to currency as the USD. Let's call this function. Here as we see that here we can get the $3 and here we have the another function called hand cash. If you enter the converted amount, if it is greater than 0, then it will display like successfully get hand cash. Otherwise, if it is 0, then it will display like invalid amount, means that must be greater than 0. Here we have the another smart contract called automation. In this, here we have the automation contract. We can get how much of amount they transact and address of the transaction. By using this automation, the chances of money laundering get reduced. Here the blockchain is applied so that we can get this, we can't see the details of the account. It will display only transaction amount, timestamp, address and how many transactions are done. In this we will have the another benefit like we can retrieve which transaction details we want. It is more helpful for the income tax department for tracking information of user transactions. If they can get the transactions like more than 50,000, 1 lakh, they need to pay the income tax. Like that. If we run this code, let's see how they work. If I want, if I am done the transaction as 500 and if I do the transact, it will successfully done. And here we have the another function called get transaction time. Here we will have the another require, that means another condition that the transaction index must be less than the total transaction. As we already know that any programming language, that index starts from the 0. Here we need to start from the 0 and we will call this function. Here it is the address of that transaction. And here when we click the total transactions, we can see that one transaction is being done. And if I do the another transaction, and I am updating the transaction index and call this function. If we see that the idea of the transaction being changed, the total transactions is due 2. As we see that there are 3 transactions. If I wanted to retrieve the details about the second transaction, here we have the another function called transactions. If I wanted to retrieve the details about the second transaction, if I call this, here as we see that we have the address and amount and the timestamp. By using these details, the income tax department can get income taxes. One of the main goal of this project is to get the hand cash. By using this machine. BPM is a user friendly machine. Nowadays most of the people are using the phone pay, means online transactions. But when we come to the street vendors, and some of them does not have the knowledge about the online transactions and the technology, they accept only cash. They are facing there we face our problems on without having a hand cash. So by using this machine, it is very helpful for getting hand cash easily. And this is our project. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity.